Hey everyone, Brobuscus here, and welcome back to another Let's Watch of Death Battle. Today's episode, we got a very interesting one indeed. It is Joker from Persona versus Giorno from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, as always, before we get into it, there should be a link in the description below. You can go watch the actual episode yourself. Go support the official release before watching some random guy on YouTube react to it, okay? Got it? Cool. Alright, so how do I know these two? I'm kind of speedrunning this because I'm watching this via the premiere, and the premiere's in about a minute. So, I gotta speedrun this shit. How do I know these characters? I haven't played Persona 5. I haven't watched the Persona 5 anime, although I heard it's not the best, so probably for the better. But Joker's in Smash, and that's about all I got. As for Giorno, I have seen JoJo Part 5. I watched it in prep for this episode, and while I liked it, I can safely say that it is probably my least favorite part that I've watched so far, although I haven't seen Part 6, and I haven't read any of the manga, so maybe my opinion is flawed. I mean, it is, but anyways, so naturally you'd think I want Giorno to win this run, right? Because I'm more familiar with his source material. However, I'm actually rooting for Joker for this one. You see all the stuff on top. Like I said, I'm kind of speedrunning this. So I'm actually rooting for Joker for this one, and it's not really because I like him more. I actually think I prefer Giorno as a character. But Giorno's stand, Gold Experience Requiem, is kind of is okay. I'm just gonna cut right to the chase. Oh, premiere starting. All right, cool. Yeah, I really need to cut to the chase. So, I am honestly betting on Joker for this one, because Giorno's only real win condition is Gold Experience Requiem, and how bullshit that stand is, and that's part of that's really the only reason I'm rooting for Joker for this one, is because I think Gold Experience Requiem is such a boring win condition that if Giorno wins based on that, then I don't know, I'd be more hyped if Joker won at that rate. So I'm rooting for Joker. I think he's going to win. I think he has, from what I've heard anyway. So basically, Gold Experience Requiem is the only thing making this a fight for Giorno, because without that, then Giorno would stand absolutely no chance. With Gold Experience Requiem, I think he can hold his own. But from what I've heard, from what, everybody in the Death Battle Discord told me, from what Z-Dog has told me on the podcast, go watch our podcast, by the way. Joker has ways to counter Gold Experience Requiem, and on top of just a huge stat stomp in his favor. The way I described it was basically this could come down to like what Vader versus Obito was, and that both of them have some solid win conditions that are about equally likely to happen. It's just that, so who wins will depend on who has more of them, and I think Joker has more of them, because Gold Experience Requiem is really the only one in Giorno's favor. Alright, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it, because the premiere's starting. Let's do it.
This battle is sponsored by Marvel Snap.
Amazing that Marvel is sponsoring them.
Joker versus Giorno.
The Phantom Thief of Hearts and JoJo's Golden Gangstar.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
Hey, there they are.
To analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. Ren Amamiya wasn't prepared for this to happen. When he witnessed an innocent woman being harassed and stepped in, he had no idea her assailant was one of Japan's most prominent politicians.
Poor Ren was forced to leave town, lose friends, and transfer to Shujin Academy. There's definitely more fun
10
ways
years
to ruin
and
your
spin
life.
off
But
hell.
his run-in with corrupt authority figures was only just beginning.
One might call it a theme. And it wouldn't just be dealing with your garden variety scumbag gym teachers. Ren and his new friends found themselves in a whole new world. The Metaverse! Oh, less scary.
Okay.
Derived from the works of Carl Jung, this collective unconscious is like an alternate reality formed from the amalgamated thoughts and feelings of mankind. What humans believe, or even what they fear, directly shapes it.
And inside this crazy mental realm, those who have been corrupted by power and abuse the weak have become evil superpowers, just like how they're viewed by many of their victims in the real world. Victims like Ren and his friends, Ryuji, An, Makoto, Pancakes, and the animal.
They may have been helpless against crushing institutional might in the real world, but in the metaverse, they had a way to fight back. Personas.
As part of the summoner's inner self, personas can become incredibly powerful spirits.
By using their personas to battle their foes in the metaverse and steal their hearts, the source of their moral corruption, Ren and company could cause such foes to repent in the real world. So the friends formed a band called the Phantom Thieves, with Ren as their leader, codenamed Joker.
And Joker's first persona was the awesome Arsene.
With
Arsene.
razor-sharp claws and the ability to curse enemies with dark
That
energy,
freaking,
Arsene was an excellent persona.
Smash reveal at the Game
But
Awards.
Joker's
It's
a
probably one of my
wild card.
favorites.
Literally, he can capture as many personas as he wants. He's gotta catch them all, because they each have their own crazy powers. From shooting fire, ice, and lightning, to dishing out
there's
status
set
effects,
denial.
healing, and
Okay.
resistances, to lobbing actual
I was like,
nukes at the
where is
baddies.
that?
So Joker can fight with manifestations of deities like Beelzebub, Odin, and Jesus Christ.
Wow, he looks way different than in the paintings I've seen. Oh, hey, did you know that a persona is connected to their user's own stamina? So when
I
a
did.
persona is shattered, even though it's not like dead, it does rattle the user pretty badly.
Well, without his personas, Joker can still rely on his guns, grappling hooks, smoke bombs, etc.
Might not sound like much compared to summoning actual Satan, but in the metaverse, perception is reality. No, really, it actually works like that.
In the real world, Joker's gun is only a prop. However, with Joker's reputation in the metaverse, this prop becomes a god killer. As the Phantom Thieves' reputation increased, so did their power, simply because that's how they were perceived.
Kinda like how personas are empowered by the social links Joker possesses with his friends. Yes, in the world of Persona, hanging out with your buds makes you stronger. Anime! Game!
At their max, social links can bring a wildcard user back from the brink of death, instilling them with willpower greater than the rest of humanity combined. I guess meticulously gardening your friends like a sociopath has its benefits.
Hey, Wiz,
Okay.
have a cold one on me.
Thanks.
All right.
Ah, looks like our relationship meter's maxed out.
Oh, yeah. Well, guess there's no point to us hanging out anymore. Later, loser, I'm gonna go do untested pharmaceuticals and date my teacher.
Oh.
Oh.
Wait, date your what? Ahem. Over the course of his adventures leading the Phantom Thieves, Joker's bonds made him as powerful as the gods he commands.
That was clever.
He can dodge Lucifer's Morning Star, which summons an energy beam that travels several light years in seconds, millions of times faster than light.
Or survive a cheeseburger that exploded big enough to eclipse a nebula. Talk about having stomach problems. No wonder
Only
Joker
in Persona.
can face up against opponents that can reshape all of reality.
Like Maruki, who used the metaverse to rewrite all of reality to fit his desires.
Or Yaldabaoth, who merged the real world and metaverse together.
It was in this battle with Yaldabaoth that Joker upgraded Arsene to create Sataniel, the biblical angel of vengeance.
With a big-ass gun, perceive this reality, bitch!
His primary attack, Sinful Shell, is imbued with what is known as almighty energy, which can bypass any defense, even that from the omnipotent orb, which can explicitly rewrite reality.
Yes, very good. Big-ass gun whiz!
And with a shot heard around the world, Joker and his friends prove that you're never too young to change society for the better, no matter how arduous the forces against you may be.
If the man is keeping you down, just call up the Phantom Thieves to put them in their place. They'll never see it coming.
All right,
As far
Giorno.
back as he could remember, Giorno Giovanna always wanted to be a gangster.
'Cause damn it feels good to be a gangster. Gone are the days of leaving horse heads in your enemy's bed or squeezing their head in a vice till they pop. Giorno wanted to be a different kind of gangster.
A more progressive, metrosexual kind of mob boss.
A gang star.
A shy, withdrawn boy on the streets of Naples, Giorno's life changed the day he saved a wounded mobster. In return, he was rewarded with future protection from abuse and isolation. This act of reciprocal kindness convinced
Oh, by the
Giorno
way,
of
Giorno's
value
early
of the
life
mob
really
as a social
sucks.
organization. If only it was commanded by the right person.
Someone like Giorno. All he had to do was take control of the Neapolitan Mafia, Passione, and their army of superpowered assassins. Ambitious? Maybe. But hey, he's the bastard son of the insane vampire douche lord himself, Dio
Can fold his ear into his
Brando.
head. True.
Who
I
conceived Giorno
thought that
while
was a stand
possessing
ability,
the body
but
of his arch enemy,
Nope.
Jonathan Joestar. This technically makes Giorno both a Brando and a JoJo.
Hence the name, JoJo. Get it?
Well, he didn't just
Yeah, I
inherit
get
the
it.
name, but also the Joestar bloodline's power. Giorno possesses a stand, gold experience.
Stands are invisible
Or Golden
intangible,
Wind.
punchy ghosts that protect their user and come with incredible superpowers, like stopping time, making fiction into reality, or cooking Italian food. God damn, give me that one.
And Giorno's gold experience has perhaps the greatest potential of any stand in the series. With just a touch, it can imbue inanimate objects with golden life energy.
Turning them into any plant or animal in an instant and back again. Giorno uses this with maximum creativity, like disguising a gun as a banana so you accidentally blow your own brains out. A gorilla's worst nightmare.
Giorno is, frankly, a super genius when it comes to gold experience's abilities.
Like transforming bullets
they did
into
change
flesh
the line.
to heal
Okay,
the
cool.
very wounds they made, or changing a brick into a snake that can detect body heat and find a hidden enemy, or turning his teeth into a special kind of jellyfish that filters out the toxins in the piss he was drinking. I thought I was the only one who did that.
Should the object Giorno gives life to be a part of a greater whole, like turning a tooth into a fly, it will attempt to return to its original source.
Not only that, any damage Giorno's creations receive will be reflected onto the opponent.
Giorno can even imbue living things with this same
That's
energy.
gonna be important.
This supercharges the target's consciousness, causing them to outpace their physical body, and leaving them totally helpless to counterattack.
It might seem like you got 10 times faster, but you're actually experiencing time at a way slower rate while your body is stuck in the same position. Imagine a Muda to the nuts belt for 20 straight seconds. Forget about it.
Especially when you're hitting as hard as Gold Experience. According to the JoJo Veller art book written by the mangaka himself, Gold Experience has a speed rating of A, putting him in the same league as stands like Star Platinum and Silver Chariot, which are faster than light.
And although his strength stat is only a C, he can still shatter cars like glass and keep up with ace-strength stands like Sticky Fingers. Perfect for a merciless stand rush that lasts 7 pages long. Daddy Dio must be so proud.
With Gold Experience at his
Sure.
side, Giorno joined Passione and rose to challenge its reclusive leader, Diavolo.
Wait. Diavolo? You're
Diavolo.
telling me that Giorno, the son
okay.
of God, battles the devil, just like Jesus, whose full biblical name is Yeshua, or Joshua, Ben Joseph, Joshua Joseph, JoJo.
We're moving on. Diavolo's goal was to get his hands on a stand arrow. And when a stand is pierced by a stand arrow, it evolves.
So, Joe got it first and transformed Gold Experience into the most broken thing in anime. Gold Experience Requiem!
Might not even be
stands
wrong.
Change the rules entirely. It's almost like they elevate your stand beyond the need for combat. Gold Experience Requiem can, in short, negate any action taken against it and return it to a state of 0, shifting reality back to square one.
Let's say I woke up this morning, got myself a gun, and fired it at Giorno. With Gold Experience Requiem, no matter how accurate I am, the shot will always miss because I never fired my gun.
That is return
Yep.
to 0. And also a horrific example of gun safety. This applies to any attack made against Requiem, including from Diavolo's stand King Crimson, which can infamously skip time, erasing the universe for 10 seconds. And Requiem negated that.
It undid time being erased, while time was already erased, which meant there was no time to unerase the erased time, and
That's right, Boomstick. Requiem's ability acts independently of time itself. Sound crazy? Well, Requiem can counter the stand made in heaven, which can accelerate time across the whole universe into infinity. So
Oh.
that kind of range of Requiem's ability is actually consistent.
It also reduces your willpower to 0, so you can't even fight back.
Even your death can be returned to 0. After pummeling Diavolo into pulp, Requiem prevented him from dying, forcing him to relive the experience of being killed over and over in a series
According to
of
its sample,
never-ending
merely being
alternate
struck by Requiem
universe
wouldn't do
for
so. Okay, that's
eternity.
important.
Just when you thought you were out, Requiem pulls you back in. The second you hear that piano start playing, run.
And so, Giorno took control of Passione and turned it into the peacekeeping social organization he always dreamed about.
With its streets free of drugs, Italy's youth could rest easy. Their hopes and dreams could be carried into the future on a golden wind. Vento Areo.
Okay, actually, you know, I'm gonna do something a little different during for this video. I'm gonna try to get my thoughts out during the ads. Okay, a lot of their interpretations of Gold Experience Requiem is starting to get me a little starting to make me have second thoughts. I still think Joker's gonna win, but like, I just don't. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with Giorno. This might be a stupid idea, but I just don't know how. Joker can. I want to know how Joker can like resist the return to 0. Okay.
All right, the combatants are set.
This
We've run
didn't
the
end
data
well.
through all
That didn't go well, but
It's
we're gonna go with it.
time for a death battle.
I don't know if I'll continue to do that for
Gold experience.
Are set.
other videos, but I guess we'll see.
Giorno Giovanna, your heart is twisted. It is ours to take.
This is gonna be a dope fight, though. I'm excited.
Shogi Phantasma. My dreams aren't yours to take. Persona! He'll never
And preview's over. Okay.
see it coming. Checkmate.
Nope. Oh, Giorno got up. Seeing the...
Alice! Impossible. A second stand.
Oh, Giorno, if you only knew. Seeing the user and the stand fight side by side, that's a cool idea. Because usually it's the user that does like all of the fighting.
You never took the time to understand my gold experience.
Yeesh, yeah,
All
okay.
objects given life by gold experience desire to return home.
This is gonna be a hard battle for Joker to win.
His persona creates life. I've got to nullify that. Jack Frost! Icy!
There are quite a few personas out here. Oh boy, Requiem's out to play.
Frost! Icy! This Shoko Phantasma is justice. This is Requiem.
Ooh.
Hey, are you okay? Joker?
Won't allow it, Joker!
Keep fighting. You can do it.
If
Snap
you
out of
die
it.
now,
Joker, no!
Joker's gotta kill you again myself.
Okay.
Maybe you didn't hear me before. Checkmate.
Let's see what happens here. Oh. See, I had a feeling. Yeah, okay.
Giorno never had the makings of a varsity death battle winner.
This was an absolutely fascinating matchup and far from an easy call.
Joker versus Base Gold Experience wasn't close, though.
No, yeah.
Giorno's powers threw Joker for a loop, but Joker and his personas were millions of times faster and could take on Universe Busters.
And there was no
Yeah.
doubt Joker could see Giorno's stand, considering he could spot similar beings like shadows.
Add in the versatility
Oh,
of Joker's
okay.
hundreds of personas, and Giorno could get quickly overwhelmed.
But that's where Requiem came in, and the game changed.
With its ability to nullify any action taken against it, even ones that can affect entire universes, Joker's regular arsenal was rendered moot.
Remember, Requiem could act independently of time, so Joker wouldn't be able to avoid Requiem's ability. He'd have to beat it outright.
Take when the Phantom Thieves faced Maruki. The group couldn't resist the reality warping effects of his powers. He even had an ability that nullified actions against him, similar to Gold Experience Requiem.
But Joker still had an ace up his sleeve. While Requiem can reduce your willpower to 0, Joker's social links were able to recharge him.
And finally, we have Joker's almighty attacks, which could bypass reality warping defenses like the Omnipotent Orb.
Got
the
it.
Perfect counter for Requiem.
And this is actually backed up in JoJo. While Requiem only has one appearance in the manga, it did show up in the game Eyes of Heaven.
There, it faced off against the World Over Heaven, which can overwrite reality to overpower any attack, including Requiem's return to 0. That meant an almighty attack that can bypass reality warping would have the same effect, giving Joker the option he needed to land a killing blow against Requiem's perfect defense.
Dio is such a dick, he literally ruined his own son's death battle.
Giorno was brilliant, but Joker had the versatility, experience, and almighty power for the final blow.
Giorno missed his golden opportunity and had a shell of a time. Hey, Wiz, hear what I said? I said Giorno missed his golden opportunity and he had a shell of a time.
The winner is Joker.
Okay, yeah.
Next time on
All right, what do we
Death
got?
Battle.
Is it Bowser? Yes, Bowser versus Eggman.
Subscribe
Holy
and join
shit.
as a member to see more
Okay, I
Death
gotta go
Battle.
back to that
Thanks
last.
for watching.
I gotta go back to that last frame. Hold on. Hold the phone here. Damn it. Okay. That was a lot shorter than I was expecting, but whatever. Oh, I just missed it. It was a shot of the fight. There it is. Oh my god. There's a lot here. Alright. Cool. Yeah, Bowser versus Eggman. I mean, we knew that was happening, but... Oh, I'm knocking shit over. Okay, cool. We knew that was happening, but... yeah, so I know some people were thinking, like, oh, could it be, like... the last fight of the year to tie in with Sonic 3, but nope. Well, okay. I mean, I'm excited, but I also have been researching this one for a minute, yeah, okay. Well, particularly I've been researching Eggman, and so I guess I gotta pick up the pace. Cool. But we'll see what happens. As for who I think wins, God, I don't know. There's a lot of ways that could go, and really either of them could win if they play their cards right. If I had to take a guess, I'd probably say Bowser. I just think Bowser probably has more more abilities up his sleeve, and with people like, you know, I see King Boo in this army shot, so like there's that too. I think Eggman is absolutely going to give him one hell of a battle, but that's gonna be a tricky one no matter what happens. But also with stuff like, you know, I need to look into Dreamy Bowser, because that's probably gonna be another thing too. Because from what I understand, both sides are getting everything. Like, as long as they aren't like characters that would never ever work for them ever again. Like Eggman's probably not getting like the Deadly Six, Dr. Starline, Chaos, that kind of stuff. So okay, this is gonna be a hell of a battle. I'm excited though. This was the fight of all the Kickstarter matchups. Of all the matchups that was revealed on the Kickstarter, this is the one that I was excited for the most. Like by a landslide. I'm a huge Sonic fan. I like to think I'm a pretty big Mario fan too. Like I kind of give off this impression that I feel like I kind of give off this impression that I hate Mario and I hate Nintendo, and that's not exactly true. In fact, actually, you know what, I'm gonna say it. I think I actually prefer Bowser over Eggman as like a character. I'm still rooting for Eggman because I do like Sonic more than Mario, and almost everywhere I look has kind of shown me that Eggman is a bit of an underdog, not like a. I mean, I think people would accept an Eggman victory. Like, you know, I think people would understand how Eggman could win this, but it seems like more often than not, people tend to side with Bowser. So I think like an underdog victory in a close fight like that would be kind of hype, especially since it's so. I know Mario versus Sonic fights have a reputation of, like, you know, the Mario character tends to win, and people like whenever we get a Mario versus Sonic fight, people are like, the Mario character is probably going to win, and then the episode comes out, and then well, I mean, I say that only really happened with Mario versus Sonic, the rematch. I mean, I think people like were predicting Luigi and Donkey Kong to win. Obviously Luigi didn't, but Donkey Kong did. Sorry, I've been staring at this one frame this whole time. I'm super excited for that fight. That's gonna be so cool. Okay. Yeah. But talking about this one, well, I definitely need to watch it again because I feel like I missed out on like a lot that went down. Like this fight went by really fast. Which I guess like that's understandable because Joker has a lot of personas at his beck and call, and you know, clashing them with a lot of Giorno's abilities and Gold Experience and Gold Experience Requiem. It kind of felt like the fight was moving at like 1,000,000 miles an hour, but it was still fun. I still liked it a lot. But it's just I definitely need to give it another watch to kind of like absorb all of it more. Like, there was a lot that was happening all at once. It didn't help that I didn't pause any of that because I was watching it via the premiere. I probably should have done that now that I think about it, but oh well. But to be honest, once we got Gold Experience Requiem, like stand rushing Joker, I was like, so I think Joker's gonna win now. But yeah. But I mean, it ultimately went down the way I expected. I expected it to, is that Joker has pretty much every advantage, and then Gold Experience Requiem is basically just a no. So it ultimately was just going to come down to, can Joker bypass Gold Experience Requiem? And turns out he can. So yay. Cool. Well, it was a cool fight. I like that one a lot. I think I like at the moment, I think I like Omni-Man versus Bardock more. But again, with a few rewatches, maybe my opinion will change. But Bowser versus Eggman is gonna be sick. I'm super looking forward to that. All right, and with that being said, I think I'm gonna go ahead and take off. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I said that already. My brain is in shambles right now. And I will talk to you all in the next video. Bye, everybody.